Hey there, my name is Veronica, and I am so happy to be with you today. Today, we're going to be talking about why your manifestation may not be working. So, we're going to be talking some tips and tricks on how to kickstart your manifestation, how to receive it instantly. Because it's not nearly as difficult as it may seem, even if you've been at this for a while and trying and feeling like you're getting nowhere. Now, I know that there's a lot of conflicting information on letting go, detaching. How on earth are you supposed to do this while simultaneously manifesting? So, I'm about to explain how to make this happen in your favor, how it's so easy, and how you can get instant results. Because when you've decided you want to manifest something, you want results. You don't want to wait around. And I want to start by saying that manifestation is actually super easy when you have the right knowledge, the right information, the right tools. Because the universe does not waste time. It picks the fastest, swiftest, easiest route to a particular desire. So basically, when you start forming an intention, you think about something you want, you claim it essentially. You send out energy, you become like a magnet for that particular result. And the universe goes to work. It can only say yes, and it starts to put into motion what needs to happen to get you from point A to point B. Now, how fast those things come into being is always an unknown, but it's good to be surprised. And it's important to note that the universe will pick the fastest route. It's not going to send you on the scenic route. It's not going to send you on a detour. It's going to pick the beeline expressway, the fast lane. It's going to send you there as quickly as possible. Again, the second you think of yourself as having a particular experience, the universe goes ding, ding, ding. The universe says, ooh, and forms a route. It listens, it responds, it can only say yes, and it basically starts to put the pieces in action and starts rearranging people, events, circumstances, all to fit this new mold. Again, kind of like a GPS. The second you input an address, it automatically figures out the fastest way to get you there. Now, when you start to have self-defeating thoughts, you start to stress out, you start to wonder where it is, you try to mess with the middle, essentially all things that are not letting go and detaching. When you start to do this and you start to try to control things and force things and make it go faster, basically what this does is it makes you a magnet to stagnation, to stalling, to, oh wow, the universe saying, well, you no longer feel you have it. You feel you are without it. So we are about to change course, change action. GPS has rerouted. So every time you wonder, when is it going to happen? How long is it going to be? Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I'm not good enough. I'm not worth it. I'm anxious. I'm stressed. I want to crawl out of this moment. I hate everything. I'm only okay when I'm thinking of my desire. It sends it on this huge stall. It's like the wheel keeps turning around and round and round, rerouting to nothingness, and you suddenly start getting on a GPS route of going around in circles, forever, never reaching your destination. Because you have suddenly aligned with not having the experience, with a struggle, with frustration. You're now in a perfect alignment with stalling on the side of the road, never to reach the destination. And you basically have gone on this back and forth thing, which you can kind of endlessly loop forever if you are not aware that this is happening. So, what you want to do is focus more on those good intentions, surrendering your need to control the situation, surrendering the fact that you don't know the fastest route. A lot of times you may think, well, I know how it happens, so I'm going to force it, push it, put the places into motion. But all this does is takes you off of the fast lane, which was the quickest route. The amazing thing is that you can get back on the fast lane anytime you want by aligning yourself more with this idea of having it, of it being possible, of admitting you don't know the way, and that this is the most amazing thing in the world, because you will be surprised and delighted. So when you choose to focus on the idea of having something, the possibilities within it, the universe can only say yes. When you focus on not having it and perceived flaws and the suffering that goes along with not having it, Then basically you stall the GPS, it gets confused, and it sends you down directions that don't mean anything, they don't go anywhere, they just put you all around in circles. I had that happen to me actually one time. My GPS was confused about where my car was, and it kept making me turn off every single exit despite needing to stay on the expressway. And that's kind of what you do when you send out these mixed signals. Now, your awareness, you have the ability to form awareness on anything. You can form the awareness on being able to be a lucky person, on being able to have the result. Again, the universe can only say yes. So you can form your awareness on this, or you can form your awareness on where is it? When is it coming? Why isn't it here yet? I'm going to feel awful until it comes, and basically place your desire on such a pedestal that your GPS signal will fail. So again, it's a back and forth thing. The universe can only say yes. So you can choose to focus on the awareness of having it or the awareness of the struggle, of not being free with it, not feeling like you deserve it. I completely understand that it's kind of impossible to believe in it 100%, and that's not what I'm saying is required of you. But you do have to form more faith on the possibility and form more awareness, which is basically the enjoyment of the idea of having it and admitting that you do not know how it comes, when it comes, but you know inside that you are on the fastest route because the universe can only say yes. So when you doubt and you're like, this isn't going to happen, this isn't meant for me, you change course. The universe says yes. When you feel bad about yourself, pick apart your flaws. The universe says yes, you don't deserve it. And it's important to say that this does not cancel it out. I do not believe there is a such thing as a manifestation fail. But what it does is it delays things unnecessarily when you could have otherwise been on the fastest route. And you want to be on the fastest route. Again, when you punch an address in a GPS, it doesn't decide if you are worthy of having the fastest directions. It just automatically does it, and we expect it to automatically happen. So why can't we expect, in the same way that's absolute, because it really is, the universe to just say yes, get us on the fastest course of actions? It starts rearranging people, events, circumstances, all to align with this. Now, if you keep changing your course of action, you keep doubting, you keep unnecessarily worrying, you keep placing yourself in a state of frustration of not being worthy, you're just going to be in this endless loop, almost like a wild goose chase. And everything just gets stalled and nothing ever happens and you stay stuck endlessly. You do not need to have this, though. Again, the universe can only say yes. You want instant manifestation, where you walk into a casino, you put your quarter in that first machine, and boom, jackpot. I'm sure you're watching this video because you want that kind of manifestation. You want to be that lucky winner where everything you touch turns to gold, and it can. You want to be happy. You want to be lucky. You know, there's people right now that are happy and having all of the luck in the world where every single day is their lucky day and they get whatever they want. And you know what? Those people are no different than you. You might wonder, well, how are they doing this? How did they get to be this way? They just have a winner's mentality. They've just focused more on the idea of having something and allow it to basically happen. They've let go. They've detached from the house, whether they realize it or not, because they expect to always be successful, to always win. Again, the universe can only say yes. The universe is that creative power within you that just puts in action whatever you believe to be true. It can only say yes. There are people who systematically win things like the lottery, bingo, contests, everything because they expect it. I'm sure if you did a poll on winners, it's the same people every single time getting their number drawn. I mean, it should be random, right? I mean, in terms of odds, this should not be happening. But you know I'm right. You know it does. So why are these people constantly winning? Why do the rich get richer? Because they've formed the consciousness to support it. The universe can only say yes. Again, whether they consciously know that they're doing this or not does not matter. You can make the conscious choice now to decide to change your fate, to change your destiny. It's all within you. It's within your power. If you do not believe me, look up Helen Hadsell. She is a fascinating individual. She won over 5,000 contests on purpose. She was known as the contest queen. She attributed this success to once reading a book by Norman Vincent Peale called The Power of Positive Thinking. basically a manifestation book. Now, she won everything, all expense trips. She even won a house where 1.5 million people had entered the same contest, and she won. This didn't happen by accident. She wasn't blessed in some way. No, the universe can only say yes. And she had figured that out and learned how to use it to her advantage. Because, see, right now, you're probably having the universe say yes to everything you don't want. But it doesn't have to be that way. There is no reason why you can't have love, money, a new car. Why do you have to drive the old clunker or go without a car or be late on your rent or have the electricity turned off? Why do you have to go without? You do not. You could be driving that brand new car in your dream home with your dream partner, having your dream wedding in an exotic location and honeymooning in Paris. Like, you can have these things. The universe can only say yes. It is not partial. It is not picking and choosing. It does not decide whether or not you are worthy. You decide. And it's simply by where you form your awareness, which is completely within your control. You can imagine anything you want. When you imagine yourself with a particular experience and you contemplate it with deliberate thought, with emotion, you basically set an intention. That is when the universe can only say yes. It puts in the coordinates in the GPS and it figures out exactly how to get you there. So if you say, I want this experience, I want to be loved and adored by my perfect partner, it will get you there. If you say, I want more money than I could possibly spend, it will figure out how to get you there. If you say, I want this dream house, dream car, dream vacation, dream body, it will figure out the fastest route to get you there. And when you decide something is for you, pay very close attention to the thoughts that immediately form afterwards. That doubting voice, pay attention to it. Do not pretend it's not happening. Doubts happen to everyone, and you can pretty much guarantee to expect that that doubting voice will arrive. But it's how you deal with the doubting voice that matters. When those doubts come, do you choose to put faith in them and say, you know what, you're right, I was crazy for thinking I could have this? Or do you say, you know what? No, there is a way to it. The universe is supporting me. It can only say yes. When those doubts arise, remind yourself, remind that part of you that's doubting that the universe is non-partial. It can only say yes. And where you form your awareness is where the energy will flow and you will become a magnetic match to whatever you seek. There is a way. The universe has no opinion on what you manifest. It will simply manifest whatever you focus on. So you can essentially have anything. So you say to that doubting voice, I can have anything. There is no reason why I cannot have this. There are other people that have this right now. So it stands to reason that I can have this too, even though I do not know how, when, or the whys of how it comes together. That is not my part. My part is to simply identify myself with this, of it being possible, and to put more faith in that idea. And the universe goes to work. It can only say yes. Remember, there's someone else right now that has the exact experience that you are trying to manifest. So clearly it's possible. They're not more special than you. They're not more talented than you. They're not more blessed than you. They simply got there first because they put their awareness on this possibility for them, and the universe can only say yes. So again, they're just average people that got there first. They're not more deserving than you. They didn't get the luck that you didn't get. They just happened to have it within their consciousness that this was possible for them, and you can do the very same thing. You just need to start forming belief in the right direction, and it will happen every single time. So when you decide on an intention, you imagine yourself with a particular experience, person, sum of money, whatever you want. Remember, the doubt will come, but that doubt doesn't have to win out. It is only a possible hypothetical outcome, and there's other outcomes that are possible too, and those are the ones you're going to put your faith in. Just talk to that voice in a calm way. Reason out the logistics of the fact that the universe can only say yes, and just talk calmly to that voice. No need to get frustrated or mad at yourself that that voice exists. Again, it's something that happens to all of us. It's okay. Just remind yourself that good outcomes can happen too, and that aligning with them is easy, and to just kind of flow with it. Focus on the idea of miracles, the magic of life, and then just sort of steer yourself back into those beautiful feelings of the original intention and how wonderful that feels, and allow it to not have power over your emotions. Just allow it to feel free flowing, easy as part of your future because the universe can only say yes? Feel yourself on that magical path of success? And there's no reason why you can't have it in record time. And just start identifying as many things as you want in your life. Don't just do one thing at a time. Just keep picking and choosing what you want. You will automatically become in vibrational alignment to it all. So just feel it as already yours, already taken care of for you. When you put in an address in a GPS, you don't do the work of figuring out the directions. That's something we used to do back in the day when there were maps. Then we'd have to figure out what we thought was the fastest route. Now we just put in the address. It's done for us. It knows if there's traffic, if there's a construction happening, if there's a delay, if there's a detour, like it'll figure all of that out for you. Likewise, when you form an intention, just surrender to the fact that you don't have to figure it out. You allow it to be taken care of for you. You will absolutely get to the conclusion because the universe can only say yes. Just hold on to the beauty of that intention and the idea of new possibilities and miracles, and you will automatically align with that result every single time. I hope this video can bring you tons of success. Grab my 10-minute bonus coaching call while supplies last, dreamlifebyveronica.com, and have an amazing rest of your day.